I will say that every single song I write is about me or someone I love dearly, and normally a hardship that we or they are going through.
Yo, 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 what up? It's Fischtank, and I am back in the studio. And today I got a special guest, Nolan Taylor. I know y'all know who he is. And man, how you doing today, dude?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here and chat with me, man. Ever since I heard 68, I said it in my reactions, and I've said it before. It's like I felt like I wanted to just like give you a hug through the screen, bro. And that song just hit me in a way that I don't think any other song ever truly has, man. And so I'm so glad you gave that to the world, man. How did
Thank
that?
you.
How did that? I want to go back to, like, when did you start writing music, and when did all this start happening?
So for me, I've always kind of tried to write and stuff, but I guess I wrote my first song like 18 to 20 years old ish. And from that point on, I just kept going and going and going. And then just different things had happened to make me want to do it more. Because coming from a small town in Ohio, I never really thought that I could play music for a living or write my own songs or anything like that. So it was more like a hobby. I did it whenever I felt like writing a song. And then when I started to do it for like a living, when I was playing the bar scene and doing that, I was like, man, I really think I can do this. And just kept writing and writing and writing. So
Wow. So you're 18, 19. How old are you now?
I'm 30.
30. Okay, I'm 36. So I feel like we have a lot of similar tastes in music and stuff. I was listening to your interview with Mike Palmisano, and I really enjoyed that. That was awesome. He's one of my favorite reactors and guitar instructors. I love watching his channel. Um,
Same.
so I've just always been curious, and I know I probably already know the answer, but when I listen to 68 and I watch you play, I know you're singing from a personal experience.
Yeah.
Um, and I've seen comments floating around and stuff saying like, oh, who knows if this is real experiences or not. And I can just tell you right now, from one guitar player to another, the way you play, the way your hand is shaking, everything, I know that's just a life you lived, man. And for you to be able to put that into words for everybody to relate with, man, I'm telling you what, that song is something special. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've only heard two songs of yours because I'm a reactor and I like listening to songs for the first time. So I've only got to hear two songs of yours, and I cannot wait to jump into some more of your stuff, man. You're just truly an incredible artist and a great talent.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Heck yeah. And it was pretty interesting when I was listening to you talk to Mike, and you brought up one of your biggest influences. What's his name from? Is it City and Color?
Yeah, Dallas Green.
Dallas, yeah. So when I heard that, I got on the phone with my girlfriend because she's a huge City and Color fan, and she was like super stoked to hear that. And then it all made sense. It's like, man, yeah, I can really hear the influence in that, and it's pretty cool how us as artists, we gravitate to certain influences and then put it into our own music in a different way. And I don't ever like comparing people to other people. It's just I definitely love when I see the influences of other artists. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree any more with that, man.
yeah. So what do you got going on now, man? I see you're playing some shows, and you got some exciting stuff going on, man. I'm just here to I want to hear you talk, man.
um, well, we're about to release some music. I recorded 6 songs live in the studio with Ray Kennedy in Nashville, and we're gonna start releasing one. 68 will come out this Friday, so the 21st, and then so from that point on, we're gonna release some. But it's kind of a cool thing that we did there. It's almost like a podcast type thing. So like we're releasing a video of an explanation as to why I wrote a song, and
Ooh.
then releasing so along with it. So it'll have a video of why I wrote it, a video of me in studio playing the song, and then obviously the audio was going to be on Spotify and all that. And so you can hear the explanations and things. So 4 of the 6 songs will have explanations, and it's pretty neat little acoustic, totally acoustic.
Hell yeah. I
And
was
I'm
going to
very
ask you.
excited about that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So the 68 that we all know is the session that you did. That was just you and the acoustic. So this one being released, is it going to be more than just your acoustic? Are you going to have other instruments and stuff in there as well?
It's just me and acoustic, and then when we get to the LP and stuff, I'm gonna have it, a more refined and more, I guess, produced
I mean,
version.
to
But
me, to me, the one that I reacted to, that thing is gold, bro. I play that song all the time. I have to pull up YouTube in my truck because I love drive. I live in the country, bro. I live way out in the middle of nowhere, and when I'm on the back roads, like I said, your song hit me in a certain way. And so when I'm listening to that song, just driving on the back roads, man, it just takes me back to some younger days of mine, and just thinking about things. That song makes you think, man, and I just absolutely love that.
I appreciate it.
And
That's a real true. That's I couldn't even be any more real than writing that one. So
I love how you incorporated too, like the name of a local highway.
yeah,
It paints a picture. I love in songs when people say road names, or they say the names of towns, or it just helps paint a picture. And especially for people that are local to you, I know people have jumped in my live streams and they're like, "Oh, I drive on 68 all the time. I love this song."
yeah,
So,
yeah, all the time. I get so many people will come up to me at shows and stuff, and they're like, I'm from this town, and it actually happens to be the neighboring town from where I'm from, or things like that. And I'm like, that's wild because I'm actually from this town. I'm just claimed Cincinnati because I'm from such a small area
mm-hmm.
that nobody knows where it's at. So I have to claim like, yeah, I'm out of Cincinnati, but I'm not at all. So when I tell people who are coming to see me out of state and stuff, they'll and being Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, and they'll be like, oh man, I lived on a State Route 68, and it was out, in this little town in Ohio. And I'm like, we were neighbors. And they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I know that. I know that struggle because I live in a town with a population of 200 people. That's it. And the closest city that we play, it's like what our band we claim, Chico. That's where we say that we're from. And everybody thinks we're from Chico, but we're not. We're a little farther out into the sticks. So,
Yeah, I get it. I've been to Chico actually. It's cool. I went to the Sierra Nevada tap room there.
oh, okay,
It's
yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
that's right down the road, man. Dude, if you ever make it back this way, I'd love to catch up with you. And even if you got a show, I know a few venues here that would be really good for you. I think. I know now, like in the last couple of years, California isn't, such a people aren't dying to come out here to visit. But if you
Hey,
ever,
I am.
yeah.
I'm always trying to go to California.
Heck yeah, man. I'm in the process right now of building a new podcast studio and music studio, and just a place for artists to come and hang out. And so, yeah, if you're ever in the area, I would love to come catch one of your shows. And then, speaking of shows, so what do you got lined up right now as far as live shows?
Next week, April 23rd, I think. I'm taking off to Texas with on a 4 run show or a 4 show run with J.R. Carroll, and then after that, I'm back home and I do a couple weekend things, and then I got another tour coming with Uncle Lucius, and then I'll be out on the road with uh, Cadillac 3 as well. So
Oh, those
we
those
got
guys
some
are fun,
killer
man.
tours. Yeah, I'm really excited to be with Cadillac 3. Not that I'm not excited to be with Uncle Lucius or JR, but Cadillac 3 is just so much different than what I do. That I'm just excited to have that dynamic of a show going on.
Yeah, and they just seem like a fun, upbeat, crowd
Yeah,
pleasing band.
exactly.
Um, Heck yeah, dude. And then I wanted to ask you, so what was it like, man? I feel like when I reacted to your song for the first time, I mean, I think it had maybe around 100,000 views or something like that. And it was just like blink of an eye. That song is like over 1 million now, I believe. Yeah, 68.
Yeah.
Like, how
Yep.
does that feel, man? Like, how do you feel? Like,
It's wild. It's really bizarre, honestly. It's really cool, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. It's really neat. I don't know. Like I'm so grateful that it had happened this way, man, and so many great opportunities have come just because it has blown up like that. Because it actually went viral on Facebook first, which is really weird to me. I never. It has like almost 2 million on Facebook
oh
alone,
wow,
and
wow.
then like yeah, and then it was like 2 weeks later is when he put it on YouTube. And it had already surpassed 1 million views on Facebook. So I was like, well, it's not going to do very good. And then now on YouTube, it's like 1.2 million. And then my a really not a great version of a live version I have on Spotify is at like 1.7 million. I was like, what is going on?
I know, yeah. It's all happening really fast for you, man, and I'm super happy for you. One of the things I love to do is like I'm a huge comment reader. I love reading comments on my own stuff, and I love reading comments on other people's stuff. And man, when I just scroll through the comments on your videos, and then also the reactions that I did to your music, it's crazy how many lives you can touch with a couple verses. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I could tell you right now, man, you've got some very, very, very killer fans, man. Your fans are awesome people, and even just the comments that they leave on my page, like I just know your fans. Man, you got some good fans, bro, and it's really exciting to see how much love and support people are giving you. You know what I mean?
it's
And
crazy.
and like I said, I've only listened to two of your songs, but after the first song, I was like, I just want to talk to this guy. I want to meet him. I just want to say hi. I feel like I just want this guy in my circle. You know what I mean? And so I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, man. And I know the subscribers and the fans are going to be super happy when this video posts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I love doing this type of stuff because I love being able to talk about my influences and things. I'm honestly just so grateful to be here and be able to have people want to know about why I write songs and want to know about me and things like that. So yeah, these types of things are just as bizarre to me as doing getting 1 million views for real.
Yeah.
So it's this is cool. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I feel the same way because I mean, I started my channel in January of 2022. So I'm barely a
Oh
year.
wow,
Yeah, I'm barely a year in, and I'm about to hit 50,000 subscribers, and for me, it's like,
wow,
whoa, because I've been grinding music with my band for years, and like our band only has like, 600 or 700 subscribers on YouTube, and we've got some pretty good numbers on Spotify and whatnot, but it's like, it's such a grind with music. And so when I started this YouTube channel, the, how quick that it blew up, I was just like completely surprised, and a lot of people a lot of reactors kind of get some hate saying, oh, we're just like stealing people's content and re-uploading it. But I don't look at it that way, man. I just love reviewing music. I love learning the songs that I'm listening to, and I love showing the audience, if I can, kind of like what Mike does. He shows you how to play some of the stuff, and a lot of
yeah.
people. I think this is just the new way of reviews, man. It's no different than listening to a post game after like after an NBA game, you listen to 4 or 5 guys talk about everything that happened. So.
Right.
And I feel like it's a really good transition that we're going into on YouTube of having different reactors talk about different stuff. It's just totally cool. I dig it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think it's no different than looking at Pitchfork magazine and seeing somebody who wrote an honest review of a single that had come out. But you're just watching it in real time
Yeah,
instead of a reporter who edited it 7 times. You know what I mean?
now we
And I
just
think that's the coolest part.
more technology to show it too while we're watching it.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, and it's real. It's true. That's what because I've been a big fan of reaction videos for a very long time, and I always love to see the real and true actual emotions that they're going through. And like a lot of the ones I like to watch are very genre specific people listening to very not that same genre. So like rappers or lovers of rap music listening to Led Zeppelin for the
Yep.
first time, and like things like that. I love that stuff, and I love like the honest review of like you said with what's going on with what you're doing and Mike's doing, and that type of stuff. That is really cool because that touches on everything.
Mm-hmm.
That touches on every sort of genre. So like you go from the songwriters and the singer songwriters, like what I'm doing, but then you guys also do like full band types of stuff, and it's like you know what I mean. It's just totally different realms, and I enjoy it.
It's gonna blow your mind. Like, I never listened to one Kelly Clarkson song ever in my entire life. And when I was driving home one night, there was a version of her playing Reba McEntire's song "Fancy," and that song has always touched me in a certain way. And like, I damn near cried listening to it, and I was like, "Who is singing this? This is not Reba." So I look, it's Kelly Clarkson, and I'm like, "Man, that would have been a great reaction," because the
Exactly.
emotion. So I went home that night and I recorded it. I listened to it and I recorded it. And I mean, 6, 7 months later, I'm playing with Kelly Clarkson on her show just from reacting to her music,
That's so wild.
and I couldn't tell you the name of one Kelly Clarkson song that it was wild. And so, like, that's what you're saying right there. It's listening to something out of the ordinary. I haven't listened to country in 15 years, and now me listening to country on YouTube is changed my life.
Yeah,
And speaking of genres, like, what genre do you consider yourself, man?
that is a that is a weird. That's a question I get often, and that's an answer I don't really have. I know that I get thrown in with the country guys a lot, but in my opinion, I am not a country artist
I don't think
whatsoever.
so either. I consider you like some sort of alternative. Uh, that's the first thought that comes to my mind. Alternative acoustic music.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's essentially what it is. I mean, uh, I'm pretty inspired by like emo bands mostly. Um,
Really?
yeah, I listen to a lot of emo music. I listen to a lot of just music, and I mean, my favorite band is the Grateful Dead, and then a Midwest emo band from New Jersey that's tied. So it's a jam band and an emo band are my two favorite
Oh
bands.
wow, that's
And
that's so wild.
yeah, so it's like I draw inspiration from in like a lot of the TikTok comments. Going back to reverting back to comments, I also like to go and thank everybody for supporting my music, and so I'll read through the comments, and a lot of them I get is, "Oh man, this is Appalachian emo," and I'm like, "Yes, you're exactly right."
Yeah, because I came across you because I did a Zach Bryan video, I believe. And then that led to everybody telling me to check out Tyler Childers. Um,
I love Tyler and Zach.
and then after that, dude, I just kept seeing in the comments, listen to 68, listen to 68, listen to 68, 68 Nolan Taylor, 68, 68, thousands of them. And I'm like, who the hell is this Nolan Taylor guy? And what is 68? So man, I honestly put it off for a while because I didn't know who you were. I didn't know the name. Um, and then one day I was like, sat down. I'm like, what am I going to do today? I want to do something different. I'm like, oh, this 68 song. So I type it in and I see your thumbnail. And I'm like, instantly, I'm like, who is this guy? Big old huge beard, the glasses, the hat. Like, I was like, who is this guy? And man, I got hair. I got my hair standing up right now, bro, because it takes me
I
back to that
appreciate
that
that.
first time I heard it. It was just incredible. So, I get what I'm getting at is like I feel like you, Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan. I can kind of put you guys all in the same pot because I don't have a genre for you guys. I don't think Zach Bryan is country. Um,
Me either at all.
Not at all. And Tyler Childers, he's his own thing too, and um,
Tyler does whatever Tyler wants to do, and that's how good he is. You know
yep.
what I mean? He doesn't have to be a genre because if you didn't hear him talk and hear a Southern accent, with that Eastern Kentucky accent, you would never imagine that he's a country artist because he does whatever the hell he wants to do at any given time, and he's good at it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And Zach Bryan is just like, I'm gonna write any genre of style of song and then do it the way I want to do it. But a lot of songs, I feel like you can take his music and turn them into pop songs if you wanted to. You can turn them into country songs. You can turn them into rock songs. You know what I mean? Like
You
that's the
most
crazy thing
definitely
about
can.
him.
Yeah. Yep. Most definitely could. Yeah, it's wild. So I've heard 68 in Darkness from you, which uh, two of my most favorite songs of the year so far that I've heard. For my next video, what do you recommend that I react to you?
I'm bad at this type of stuff. And I hate this is coming from somebody who does not like his own songwriting.
Oh,
So I that is totally your discretion there.
I
I will say this: every single song I write comes from a very emotional point, and because that's what I love personally. So my favorite thing about music in general is any band that can completely change my emotion through song. So like that's why I don't really get down with pop music too much because all it is just background music for me.
mm-hmm.
It's not anything that I understand why people enjoy it, but for me, I'm always looking for heavy emotional content, whether that's lyricism or the feel of the music. So in my opinion, like my it's just important for me to make you feel sad listening to the songs before you even hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I will say that every single song I write is about me or someone I love dearly and normally a hardship that we or they are going through. And so I try to portray that through every song I write. And so I will say that most of the time, if you're scrolling through, if if you just listen to what I'm saying or whatever, it typically does have some sort of emotional standpoint.
Yeah, and I think too, like you said, I felt sad listening to 68 from the very first line. Like the very first line of it, I just knew, okay, I'm in for one right now. You know, and man, and then Darkness, I remember I reacted to Darkness and I called my girlfriend. I said, "You got to listen to this song." She's a huge fan, by the way, too.
Tell her I said thank you.
I will do. And she said, I want to wait and watch it with you. So later on in the day, we sat down on the couch and I pulled it up on YouTube. And I always love looking at people's reactions when they're watching something for the first time that I've already heard. I love seeing what they're going to do. But I didn't take my eyes off the screen the second time that I watched it. I was just fully submersed in it. And then I look over, man, and she's just got tears in her eyes, and she looks at me and was just, wow. And I looked at her, I was like, oh, wow. And not a lot of people can do that to me on a songwriting, you know. And that's just me being real with you, man. It takes a lot for me to feel that certain way, and you've made me feel a way that I've never felt before when listening to your music. And that's
Man,
coming from another songwriter, you know what I mean? And it's just incredible, man, and I really appreciate your music a big time, and I don't take it for granted either.
I'm so grateful, man. Seriously, it's gonna sound redundant, but I really do appreciate it. Like, it's never in my wildest dreams would I be changing lives the way I have, because
Mm-hmm.
it really has. Like, whether this just stops tomorrow, you know, and I drop off the face of the earth or whatever, the amount of people that I've already reached and touched and have changed their lives from what they're telling me is just mind blowing. It gives me cold chills. Makes me damn near want to cry. You know what I mean? I'm just like, dang, dude. And it's like a nice, refreshing emotion too at the same time because it's like we're all in it together. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I can tell just from your music, you're coming from a place of 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 healing. You're trying to heal yourself as a person. And I can see that in your
Absolutely.
music, and I can guarantee a lot of these comments and stuff help you with that. And back to the comments, I know that you are 100% for real, and you're super down to earth because I do see you in the comments of everything. I've watched a lot of reactions to your music, and you're in the comments showing love and giving thanks. You know, where a lot of artists, I get a lot of thanks from a lot of artists, but there's a lot of artists out there that, you know, they might click on it or whatever. Oh, okay, but they don't take the time to really show love and appreciate, you know, what's going on, you know, and I see that in you. It's really awesome, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'll never be able. I will personally never take this business for granted.
Hmm.
There's so many people who I think are the most talented people and I look up to more than anything in this world that haven't had the same opportunities as I have just because I have happened to go viral and things like that. So I will always be so grateful to be here. You know what I mean? I'm beside myself that I even get to do this. I've been beside myself that I've done it for a living for 3 years now, let alone hitting the national spotlight, which is wild.
I'm super happy for you, bro. Like I'm truly truly happy for you. And like I said, I've only got to listen to 2 of your songs, but you've easily become one of my favorite artists of 2023, and I can't wait to listen to more music and hopefully get to meet you one day and come say what's up. So me and my girlfriend, we're always traveling around and going to festivals and listening to music everywhere. So maybe we can get together at one of your shows or something. I'd love to see you live. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see you live with the full band. It just sounds like fun.
Yeah, dude, I love and my guys are, in my opinion, obviously I'm biased. I have the best group of guys in the whole entire world. It's like I just love what we're doing as a full band. I love doing solo stuff. I've been doing that my whole career, though. You know what I mean? So now that I'm hitting these tours with full band and stuff, it's just we're going in and just ripping it down. I love it.
It's always different though playing with a full band, you know, because I've done a lot of shows by myself with like a loop station or acoustic,
Yeah.
and it's just when you got more than one person on stage with you, you feed off of each other, you feel more confident. There's more room for. You're not worried about making the tiniest little mistake as much, you know, because
Yep.
there's more room to kind of have mess ups where the crowd doesn't even notice. Um,
Right.
you just feel better. There's more energy. There's more going into it, you know, and so
Yep.
yeah, I'm stoked to check that out. And I did see that you were having some vocal issues. What's going on with that?
So I've been having some like really bad rasp lately and things, and so with all these tours on the horizon, I decided to go and see an ENT, and they had noticed that I had a polyp on one of my vocal folds.
Uh huh.
So they just sent me to a specialist, and so she can further diagnose it. And what it turns out is, I have a bruise and some swelling on one of my vocal folds, which she is not totally concerned about. I'm on rest right now, where I had to cancel this weekend. I had 2 shows this weekend that I had to cancel and things just to try to get back.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing like strengthening and therapy and stuff once a week. So when I get back from tour, then we'll start back up. But yeah, she's very optimistic that everything's going to be just fine.
Well,
So
good. Yeah, man. You need to take care of yourself, and I imagine some of those come from just a couple songs that I heard. You're a really soft singing man, and then all of a sudden you just let it out on the emotional parts, and I can hear it, and it's amazing. But at the same time, we need to make sure you're being taken care of too. You know, we want longevity out of
absolutely,
you. You know,
absolutely.
and so hey, man, I know. I know I already said it, but I just appreciate you being here, bro, and taking the time out of your day to talk to me. Like I said, the subscribers are gonna love it when I drop this video, and it was really awesome meeting you, Nolan. Truly.
Yeah, man. I hope we get to meet in person. Honestly, hopefully we can get some shows. I'll talk to the team, but hopefully we can get some shows out your way and stuff.
Yeah, if you ever do come to California too, we'd love to play a show with you guys. You know,
That'd be sick.
we've got some
That'd be
venues.
awesome.
We got some venues out here that we fill up when we play. So it'll be awesome, man. And I know the crowd out here is gonna love you. So
Dude, that's so cool. Dude, I appreciate everything for real. This is awesome. And I'm, a huge fan. I didn't know who you were until you reacted to my video, but I do now, and I'm really appreciative.
that's the way the world works, man. So hey, I appreciate it again, and thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And Nolan, we will see you again, my friend.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
All right, peace.
See you.